Today is Good Friday, the day that we remember that Jesus died. And if you're following along with a Holy Week at Home kit, I invite you to take a pipe cleaner or whatever materials you have at home on hand that you can make a cross with. I had some toothpicks and a twist tie, and that became my cross. I invite you to put out your cross and also put Jesus next to it. Because as we'll hear in today's story, today is the day that we remember that Jesus died on the cross. And today's story begins at dawn's first light. The high priests, with the religious leaders and scholars, they arranged a conference, a get-together with the entire Jewish council. After tying Jesus securely, they took him out and presented him to Pilate, who was the Roman ruler. His name was Pontius Pilate. The religious leaders accused Jesus of trying to become a king, which wasn't allowed. And at his trial, Pontius Pilate asked, "Are you the king of the Jews?" Jesus answered, "If you say so." And then the religious leaders told all kinds of lies about Jesus. And Pilate asked Jesus if he was going to defend himself. But Jesus didn't say anything. At that point, Pilate said, "Set him free. This man has done nothing wrong." But some of the people, they were angry. "He called himself a king," they shouted. "Nail him to a cross." "A king," they shouted. "Nail him to a cross." "He called himself a king," they shouted. "Nail him to a cross." To please the crowd, Pilate ordered that the soldiers beat Jesus and then kill him. Then the soldiers brought Jesus to Golgotha, which means skull hill. They offered him a mild painkiller, wine mixed with myrrh, but he wouldn't take it. They nailed him to the cross at 9 o'clock in the morning. The charge against him, the King of the Jews, was printed on a poster. Jesus prayed one last time before he died. Jesus said, "Father, forgive them, for they don't know what they're doing." Then Jesus, with a loud cry, gave his last breath. At that moment, the temple curtain, which was a place where Jews would go to worship, sort of like a church, there was a curtain. And at that moment, the curtain tore in half. And then there was an earthquake, and rocks split open. And there was a Roman captain who was watching all of this. And when he saw that Jesus had quit breathing, he said, "This has to be the Son of God." And today I wonder, how does Jesus show God's love for us? By dying on the cross. Our story and Holy Week at Home will continue today at 3.